You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Just got off work a few hours ago, sitting here chilling out, relaxing. So sorry it took me so long to jump into the stream. Teresa sent me a message on Messenger. I saw her; she was active, and asked her what was going on. She
Yeah.
wanted to know what I was doing. I told her I said you just started a stream. I was jumping into it, so she
Okay.
might show up here shortly.
Oh, okay then.
So yeah, let's see these cichlids, bro.
Where are they? Oh, that's my
Uh,
old fish.
Teresa just sent me a message saying, "Yeah, I just saw the notification, but she's at the beach having dinner with her family."
Oh, okay. They go one. They go. I bought four Fentosas. Where's the magnet?
4?
Yeah.
Damn, son,
What?
that's a lot. Like them dudes gonna get big.
That's a
Like
75-gallon tank.
I'm telling you right now, dude. I've had friends that's own Frentosas and everything, and for a 75-gallon tank, I wouldn't have any more than two, maybe even just one.
Whoa.
Like them dudes are gonna get like 10, 12 inches,
How
if
many
not.
years it going to take?
Oh, it'll take a while. They're slow growers.
Oh, okay then. What is that word? Julocromis.
Chromis. Chromis.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I'll say I know you got some of those guys.
Carvis.
Oh, you got some cowas? Did you get black cowas or white cowas?
I think they look yellow to me.
Oh shit, you might have got lucky and got some yellow cowas in. They're even more expensive than black ones.
Yeah, I
I
got
see
some
I,
yellow ones,
I see the Fentosas in there swimming around.
but they so small you can't even see them.
What, the cowas?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's one of my favorite Tanganyikan fish, man. Like I bred a bunch of different calluses and compressor steps together, and I've still got one from that batch, and that was years and years and years ago that I did that.
Okay.
But that's a good choice, dude. Callus are way awesome fish. Do you know what kind of Julia the Chromis it was that you got? Were they Ornatus, Dickfeldes, Marlarai?
I don't know.
You don't.
Mm-mm.
What color are they?
Oh, is that yellow? No, I don't know what that ain't it. There, it's somewhere. They be all over the tank. I did a water change today.
I mean, a lot of them fish that you got in there are big enough that you might even be able to keep them in there with those Tanganyikans. As long as they can't be eaten in one gulp, I don't see them getting eaten. But the Frentosas would be the ones that are going to get big enough to swallow them dudes up like they ain't nothing. You know
But
what I
right
mean?
now they so small. I had to take that out. Had to take out the angelfish, and
Yeah.
I had to take out the yellow ones. The yellow what they call them fishes? The yellow something. But they was trying to mess with them. They
Yeah.
ain't tigers. Where are they?
What, your golden barbs or tiger
Golden
barbs?
barbs. Tiger
Yeah.
barbs or golden barbs. They was getting vicious.
Yeah. They're feisty fish. But once your cichlids get bigger than them, then it'd be a different story. But it's a good call taking those angelfish out because those are South Americans,
What
and can
about the stream for Kevin Green?
what's that?
What about the stream for Kevin Green?
Who said that?
Kevin Green said that.
Oh yeah, got two Kevins in the house.
Yeah, Kevin heard that and got mad about what about the what for Kevin? I said for Kevin Pitts. Like Kevin Green got mad.
Hey, if it's any consolation, I've been called Kevin Green before because of my habits. I be getting that chronic case every now and then.
How did get you mixed up with Kevin Green?
I don't know. Your stream said for it didn't have the S on it. It said for Kevin Pitt.
Oops, I can fix that.
Yeah, dude. I'm stoked that that you got some African cichlids. Like I'm happy for you.
I got tired of everybody talking about how is you gonna be when they had that group going on and you don't have only angelfish.
That's still a cichlid though.
I know.
But yeah, dude, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you that
I
you got
went
some
ahead
African
and I
cichlids.
spent that money and got it done.
And you got some good ones. You got nice hardy cichlids that you shouldn't have any problems with. You just got to make sure with the ones that you got, like with the Calbus, you need to make sure that they get a decent, good protein diet. And then with the Frontosas and the Julia Chromis, you want them to kind of have a mix between a protein and a vegetable diet.
I bought so much food, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I can show you all the food I bought.
Like if you had some cichlid pellets, like some Northfin cichlid
I
pellets,
got
and
North
like
Fins.
what kind of Northfin is it?
Um,
It'd either be veggie, krill, or
I got veggie
cichlid.
formula, fish food. Amadis, that's in Spanish.
Yeah,
I
dude,
got the vegetable,
that's what I'd be feeding them dudes. 100%.
250 grams. One
Yep,
what's that? 1 inch or 1 mm?
1 millimeter.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got the 2 milliliters.
I feed my dudes Northfin veggie, krill, and cichlid formula, but it's all mixed up in one bag.
I ain't mixed
And
nothing up.
I use the 2 millimeter, but I got some 3 millimeter pellets in there because I got some fish that are a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I went on
Yeah,
eBay and got this stuff cheaper than at the store. They got
feed,
that one.
feeding them that Northfin, dude. You'll like you should notice a significant like growth in color that you see in the fish feeding them the Northfin. 100%.
No, I'll be knocking on your door constantly.
What's that?
I'll be knocking on your door constantly.
Like, are they eating flakes and shit right now? Your new guys that you got?
They eating flakes.
Are they eating the pellets?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're straight then. If they're already eating the pellets, then you're good to
Do
go.
angelfish eat plants?
Yes, they can.
Or is
They
they
would
eating the snails off the plants?
yeah, I could see them doing that, wanting to pick the snails off of the plants. That if because an angelfish, I mean, they're wanting to breed or if they're being dominant over an area, yeah, if they see some snails up on a plant or something, yeah, I could definitely see them picking them off the plants and spitting them out. You know what I mean?
That's what they doing. That's what's that one over there doing.
Like they ain't gonna be able they ain't gonna hurt any snails, but I mean when it comes down to like if they're going to eat any plants, they would go after algae before they would ever go after an actual plant, I would think.
Mhm.
I guess I don't know. I guess maybe if it was a small plant, they could possibly maybe want to go after that. But I I can see them wanting to go after algae before anything.
Oh, they sucking on the plant to get the allergy off. Uh-oh. Oh, I ain't take nobody from over there. Hey, Vince. Hey, sweet, sweet cookie.
Uh,
Selected Pet is here, too.
is Teresa jumping in?
Teresa won't jump in.
Oh, I thought I thought I heard you say her name.
Yeah, sweet, she cookie here. Teresa's
Yeah,
here.
Teresa. Yeah, that's what I was saying. What's up, Teresa? Chilling out on the beach, hanging out with the step family while I'm sitting here in my house, cold weather.
Man, you must have brought this cold weather over here. It was nice all day.
Dude, it was super shitty here. Cold and windy and kind of nasty, rainy type thing. Past 3 days, dude, it's been beautiful here. So at least you should have that coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been in the mid 50s easily past few days. So that's got to be coming your way.
Yeah.
Dude, that blew my mind when I jumped in that stream when you were in there in that pet store and they were wanting $100 for green phantom plecos. Like that blew me away.
Yeah, they up there.
Like, dude, I could get them
Oh, he got some Plecos 201 for $40 a piece.
green phantoms.
201s?
Yeah,
L201s.
I get mixed up with those numbers.
Okay.
But I mean, like green phantoms around here, like I could go to my LFS tomorrow and buy a green phantom from anywhere between 39.99 to 49.99.
Oh, you kidding me?
No. And then when they get blue phantoms, then blue phantoms might maybe be 59.99.
I don't know. I want to breed some.
Maybe I need to buy some and mail them to you.
How much? Find out how much, and I'd have to get the money and mail them to you.
Yeah, because I want at least two green phantoms really bad for two of my tanks.
I need to breed. I need to stop breeding these chocolate. Only ones worth breeding is the albino one, the one that give out the albino one.
Yeah.
Jesse took two albino ones. Plecos home with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he paid $40 for those L201s. $80.
I mean, you could always also look into breeding green dragon bristlenose since you breed a lot of bristlenose plecos.
I breed. That's my. That's what I'm known for. Is bristle nose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get some green dragon ones.
Right. How much are the green dragon ones at the local fish store?
I I I myself can't get them at my local fish store, but Matthew Moore has a way to be able to get some. He's got two right now, and he's hoping he's got a male and female so he can breed them. That's the first time I'd ever even seen them was when Matt got them.
Man, so I gotta get a hold. I ain't been able to get a hold of Matt.
I talk to him like every day, sometimes multiple times a day.
So I need to talk to him about giving me a hope I get a man, a male and a female. Cause
Yeah.
I got those super reds in the tank. I bought 2 Ks for them, and I had to put some I had to put some what they call that, some allergy food inside the tube for them to go in there, because they would not go inside there. But once I put the
Really?
allergy tubes in there inside there, I'll show you the tank. Let me blow it up.
Like I'd like to have some super reds myself because that's one I don't see around here very often. Super
But they
red,
not breeding yet.
not like the super reds that I see other people get.
What
Like
about you see it?
what I
It's right there.
yeah, what I get around here is called a Panama red, not a super red. And they're not they look different. They still got the spots and everything in them, but they're like a weird chocolate type color.
Oh no, these are super reds.
Yeah,
So they
not
got Angel there.
yeah, I see it. It looks good.
It's
Nice
starting to grow.
nice marbled looking one.
Right. The other two wasn't healthy like this one was. I think she sold me two bad ones.
Yeah, you can't necessarily say that. I mean, something could have happened. I mean, that one right there could have killed. You could have messed with the other ones and bulled them around to the point that it killed them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could have, for some reason, out of dumb luck, got three males, and that ended up being the dominant male out of the group. You know what I mean?
I didn't even think about it.
He just asserted his dominance over the other two males that were in there, and he's the guy that won. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Cause I'm crazy to have two computers hooked up.
Hell no, dude. I know people that's got like six computers hooked up.
I'm
You got
what?
you go in their place and like they do YouTube videos and they do other stuff.
What
You walk in there,
Carlos
dude.
that said?
It's like they got a whole two rows of screens with like three keyboards and
Peco Green. Oh, Aquafunk is in the house. What's up, Big Easy? Going to
I ain't heard from him in a
blow
few.
something up. I know. Won't you come on, Jay?
Yeah, come on, Jay. You know you want to jump in here.
You know you want to jump on here and see. Y'all can't talk about me no more. I got sneakers.
Dude, like I said, I'm super happy for you that you got some cichlids. And and honestly, the fact that you got Tanganyikan cichlids
I'm
over
in the
Malawi,
bed.
the fact that you got Tanganyikans over Malawi's, I think that's even cooler because a lot of people would go with Malawi before they go with Tanganyikan. But you got some good fish. You got good
Everybody
hardy fish.
said
You
so
know,
my
you
plan did work by putting the allergy wafers over there by that tube. They started to hang out by it.
there
Maybe
you
I
go.
get some eggs.
Yeah.
See, it ain't cop over there yet.
What size tank is that one right there?
It's a 20 gallon in my kitchen.
20
Nobody
long.
not 20 short.
Okay.
Standard 20. That's oh my gosh. I just realized what I was doing. You know I'm on two streams. My stream and somebody else's stream.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Are you still with E Money Stream?
I still don't eat money stream. Um Pecker Whisperers don't eat money.
Right
What
there.
you
I
talking
see a
about?
daffodil. I see a daffodil down there. So you must have got some daffodils.
Yeah, I got some daffodils.
Those are good looking
There it
fish
come
right there,
right now.
man.
There they go. They right together. See them? They both swimming together.
Yep. Looks like you got a male and a female. That's what it looks like to me.
Uh-oh.
Like I'm curious on these calories that you got, man, because like I said, those are one of my top favorite fish, other than OB peacocks. Like I love calibus and compressiceps. So I'm just curious of what you got because when you go black, if you go black callus, you got, Congo black, pearly Congo black, you got Zambia black, you get ink fins. I think I see one down there underneath that rock. He just swam. No, that was a Frentosa.
They in there.
I'm looking. I'm waiting to see one. I know as soon as I see one, I'll know it as soon as I see it. I bred too many of them things to not know what they look like. But yeah, some of them smaller other barbs and whatnot that you got in there, and maybe even them hatchet fish, you might end up having to get rid of because the cichlids with the hatchet fish, they might end up deciding they want to chase them to the point that they start trying to jump out of the tank. And then the smaller ones that swim around like where the
Oh,
areas
I'm
that
going to be getting them. I'm going to
the
be getting
where
them
the
out.
cichlid, like I wouldn't have anything in there other than your cichlids that you bought, and then if you have some other like bigger barbs or something like that, you could probably leave those guys in there for a little bit, but you'd eventually have to take those guys out too.
Hmm.
Like you said, them Frentosas, once them Frentosas start getting big, those are gonna, like, those Calvus, they ain't gonna eat any fish. Those Julia Chromis, they ain't gonna eat any fish. Those daffodils ain't gonna eat any fish. They'll pick on fish, but those Frontosas will get big enough that they can just open up their mouth and swallow them.
Mm. Them fishes are so
I'm
old.
trying to
I
see when
think they.
Frentosas swim by. I'm trying to see when your Frentosas swim by whether you got 6 bar or 7 bar Frentosas. Haven't been able to tell yet though.
Mm.
'Cause I see a lot of 6 bar Frentosas where I live, but I don't see a lot of 7 bars. So I was just curious if you were actually able to find some 7 bars.
So what that means? Y'all got 7 bars.
7 bars means they got 7 black stripes in their body. A 6 bar will only have 6 black
One,
stripes.
two, one, two, one, two, three. They keep turning. One, two, three, four, five, six. I think it's only six. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Right on. I'll say a lot of times some people even get messed up and put 5 bar cichlids, which are
One, two,
Neolamprolongus
three,
straticephalus
four, five, six. They sixes.
sixes.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying I've seen a lot of fish stores put in 5 bar cichlids, which are a Treticephalus, which not even a Frentosa, but they look just like a Frentosa but smaller. They don't get as
I
big.
think that they go right there. They dark. See right around the plant. They got blue tail to it.
I'm looking. Everything's kind of pixelated a little bit right now. Are those the Julies? The Julie de Chromis?
I don't know. I don't know what they are. You see it? It's on the rock.
I don't see anything on
Right
any
by the
rock.
pleco.
I see a pleco on the rock.
Yeah, the pleco
You
ran in the way.
Like, because I would think your Julie the Chromis that you got, that would either be a Marlarai, which would be like a brown and a black with a blue color, or
They so small you can barely
you
find them.
you could get uh Reganis, which would be like kind of like a red brick color to a brown with white stripes. and then you can get ornatus, which are bright yellow with black stripes.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you were maybe lucky to come across some Dickfeldies,
When
would
you
be a
had
lot.
my Tanganese, my TRET had my Ventosa hidden.
Tret, he's talking about Tret. Who's ever said that's talking about
Jay,
Tretinocephalus. That's the fish I was just talking about.
I got a place down here that got red. He got Fanity. Is they for $20?
What red fronts? Red
Yeah,
frontoses?
red Fantosas.
Yeah, I can get them for 14.99 at my fish store. I've never seen a big one though. Like I've thought about buying them, but I've never seen a big one before. So
It's
I
right
kind
there
of
by the
wanted.
plant right now. Oh, it's swimming away. I scared it. Now it's by the rock. Now it's right by the
Dude, that's not a black Calvus at all. That's either a white or a yellow Calvus.
what's that coming
From,
across now?
from what I'm seeing, I just
By
saw a
the wa-
daffodil.
Oh,
A
it's a daffodil.
daffodil sassafras. The daffodils have the really long, uh, spindly tails.
Yeah, I see
Where
it.
the bottom of their tail fins kind of trail out.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the daffodils. But
Okay.
from what I'm seeing of that cow was picking in the gravel right there,
Mm,
like to me, that looks like it could be a white. I mean, it could be a young Zambia black, but that looks like that could be a white.
mm.
Or even if you say they're looking yellow to you, it you might not even have got a cow, but you could have got some kind of gold head or yellow compressor set, which are still in the same family.
Okay.
You definitely got some good fish though, dude. Like I said, I'm happy for you. You got some good fish.
That's good.
I can see that. I can see that daffodil right there. He looks real good. Like I can see real good trails coming off that tail fin. And if I saw the two together, like I saw earlier, I think you got a male and a female. So there's a chance you could get those dudes to breed. And daffodils are actually kind of hard to come by in Indiana. Like I come by Brichardi's a lot, and Brichardi's look almost identical to daffodils, but a daffodil is going to have a lot more bright yellow and brighter blue colors in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's Matt Moore. He used to have some daffodils that were probably some of the best daffodils I'd ever seen in my life.
What happened
And
to him?
he ended up getting rid of them so he can make room for different fish.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it came down to where it was either this fish or another fish, and he decided he wanted the other fish more, so he got rid
Oh,
of the
shell
daffodils.
blowers.
No, not the shell dwellers. I think he got rid of the daffodils for either Cyprichromis or some of his Alta Lamprolongus, which would be the Calbus and the Compressiceps. But he got rid of his daffodils. I'm pretty sure he got rid of his
Hey,
daffodils
Biggie,
to the
for
cichlid
real,
shack.
you are going to get hooked on those Tanganese. I'm gonna get hooked on the Tanganese. That's what Jay
Tanganese
said.
Tanganese cichlids are the bomb, dude. Like I said, when I very first started out keeping fish 20 plus years ago, I started keeping Malawis, and then I moved from Malawis to
A
South
white
Americans.
canvas, he says. He said I look like a white canvas.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like from what I was looking at, it looked like it could be a Chautauqua white calvus, but you said it had some yellow color to it, and if it's got yellow color to it, then that's got to be some kind of yellow compressor step, like a yellow fin compressor step or something like that,
Mm,
unless it's a hybrid.
okay. He said there's no such thing as hybrids.
What do you mean there's no such thing as hybrids? I straight bred a pearly black
They
Congo
mix.
calvus. I bred a pearly black Congo calvus with an orange fin compressiceps, and that's what I have the offspring of
But
right
they're
now.
not natural, and he said that they're not natural in the habitat.
Hey, if the way I look at it, if they can breed in a tank, they can breed in the wild. It's just a matter of whether you actually find any of those fish in the wild or not. It's easy to get those fish in a tank because they're in a tank together. But if they can breed in a tank together, they can breed in the wild together. It's
Hmm.
just a matter of being able to come across those fish and knowing exactly what they are.
Who said that?
It's like OB peacocks. OB peacocks in Lake Malawi aren't. That's not a fish that you're going to go fishing in Lake Malawi and find OB peacocks. That's something that was bred in another tank after they'd been caught and turned into a hybrid, which an OB peacock is a hybrid. But you're not going to find it in the wild. But it could still be done in the wild. It's just a matter of whether it happens and gets done.
Okay.
I mean, I understand where the dude's coming from. It's all
Mm.
circumstance. It's a matter of whether those
We was
fish
talking
actually
about
live.
they was looking at the discs.
Oh yeah, you can get a bunch of different hybrids of discus. My buddy had like I don't know, like 4 or 5 different species of pigeon blood discus
Mm.
in his tank. That's one tank I've always kind of wanted to do was a discus tank, but that's just expensive.
Oh, they are expensive.
They're expensive, and if unless you know how to take care of them right, they're delicate fish.
Yeah. Who's that? Over in what's his name? Chris. He got all those discs
Yeah,
over
yeah,
in Belgium.
yeah. It's just, I mean, a discus is a fish that you need to make sure your water parameters are exactly correct. You need to make sure that you got the exact kind of setup in your tank that would be, like where they live in the wild to make them be as comfortable as possible and make sure you're feeding them the proper kind of diet to make them look and act like the fish they should be.
Mm.
Yeah, like I want to go back to doing another Tanganyikan tank myself really big. I've been talking with Matt more about it for quite a while now. Like I had a Tanganyikan set up for a long time, and then I started to get back into Malawi. I bought a Dragon Blood one day, and it completely made me want to go back into doing Malawi cichlids, which is what I'm doing now.
Mm.
But you can even ask Matt Moore. I've been talking about wanting to set up another tank. Like I got a buddy that's got a tank, and I'm wanting to get it from him, and I'm wanting to set it up to specifically do a Tanganyikan tank with basically nothing but callus and compressiceps in it, but maybe a few oddballs like some Julies or something like that. And I'd like to set up another South American tank. Like I miss my dwarf South American tank of Pistogramma, different Pistogramma species that I had.
Mm.
That was a way cool tank. Those they stay real small and you can have a decent amount of them. I'm just happy you finally took that plunge, big. You finally got you some Africans. You finally got you some African cichlids.
Okay. Had to step up the game. You know that.
I got you. And again, like I said, like you couldn't have picked out any better species than what you did. Like those are all hardy fish. They're not finicky. They're not susceptible to a lot of other stuff that other fish are. Those are hardy fish. So I don't foresee any problems that you having with the fish.
TRET
Uh,
in that tank. You think I got
going
a
with
TRET in that tank?
Tret,
The Trek.
yeah, a Tretocephalus. It's basically they call a Tretocephalus a poor man's. frontosa. They don't get as big as a frontosa. They stay smaller, but they look almost identical to a frontosa, like a juvenile frontosa.
It's a cheap man's fish.
Oh, they're not cheap by any means. Like I used to have one when I had my Tanganyika tank set up. I paid, I think, $30 for him, maybe 25. But he was a way cool fish.
I often gotta do a water change on this.
Honestly, if it was me, I would, because every time I buy new fish and I add them into a tank.
I did one. I did one a day.
You did one today?
Yeah.
Okay, you should be good then.
So when the next water change?
The next however many days you would normally do a water change. Like if you did one today, when would be the next day you would do a water change?
I never do my gravel. I was cause my the pleco tanks on the bottom, the water get drained out because I don't have no lids on it. So I sucker the water out of the 75 gallon and put it inside the 20 gallon. But the water evaporates so much. Because I'm always putting water in that bottom tank.
Yeah, you should. Having cichlids, you should always vacuum the gravel because they're gonna produce a lot more waste.
But right now they so young.
Yeah, right now they're young, but once they start getting bigger, you're gonna want to start getting down and vacuuming into that gravel and getting that, you know, that nasty waste that gets sucked down into the gravel and
Mhm.
settles into the gravel. You're gonna want to get that out of the tank,
Okay.
and that's not water that you'd want to put into another tank. That's water that you'd want to get rid of because that's nasty water.
No, I don't put that. I don't put no dirty water in. I put the top water in there.
I got you.
I don't put the gravel in that water and put it down in the bottom. I take the
I
top water and put it down in the bottom.
getting it out of the water column.
Right, and put fresh water in it.
I got you.
Because them plecos is just nasty.
Oh yeah.
And they love nasty water. They
Well,
breathe in nasty water.
yeah.
You want to get plecos to breathe. Don't clean that tank too much.
That's that's catfish for you, man. I mean, a pleco's a catfish. Yep.
Mm,
Catfish, they're not really too picky on their water parameters.
mm-mm. The nasty the water, they gonna go. They gonna breathe like crazy.
Like I think I got lucky. Like I've got nothing but male plecos, and I bought a really small, like I mean, tiny juvenile real from those a long time ago to put in my planted tank, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a female, so I'll actually have a female that I can breed with my males that I've got.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for. I
Okay.
used
So I just got a better look at that fish. It has more of top body and a bigger eyes. So I'm almost 100% positive that's a trick, a treat.
trip.
Uh,
Like the scientific name for that fish would be Neolamprolongus triticепhalus,
okay.
and they only have 5 bars. That's their common name, is a 5 bar cichlid.
Oh, bicycle.
So if you look in your tank and you see a fish that's only got 5 black bars, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you've got a triticепhalus in there. But that's not a big deal. They'll still get along just fine.
Okay.
But a lot of fish stores do get that mixed up because a young triticепhalus will look just like a young Frontosa, unless you're counting the stripes. Otherwise, they're going to look exactly the same until they start getting bigger, and then one gets way bigger than the other.
There you go, right down there by that rock, going back and forth.
What, the daffodil or the one kind of staying in the middle right there?
Yeah, stand in the middle. There go that daffodil now.
Yeah, like
Tail swing.
what I see, that looks like some kind of white Calvus, but like I said, if you're seeing yellow in it, then it could be something different. You're not going to know until it starts to get a little bit bigger and gets more mature and see what prominent colors come out in it.
Kevin, I got rid of those daffodils because they were interfering with the SIPS breeding.
The sips. Is that Matt saying that?
No, that's Jay saying that.
Oh, that's Aquafunk.
Yeah, it's only us three in here.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that because Cyprochromis is an open water species fish, so it's going to breed in open water. And when it starts to want to start, when it starts to want to breed, then those other dudes are going to come up and they're going to get, they're going to interfere and want to eat the eggs and get in the middle of things. I mean, I got a pretty good knowledge when it comes to African cichlids and South American cichlids, but when it comes, the only ones that I don't really know a whole lot about are African Victorian cichlids. I've never kept too many species of those. Those are the only ones that I don't really know about.
Mm,
Like what Eric keeps, his zebra obliquidens that he
yeah.
keeps, that he's got everything of. Those are Victorian, and I don't know a whole lot about those, and I'm not
They
afraid
on
to say
the
that.
DC species.
What's that?
They on the NDC species.
The obliquidens are?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
hmm I'm gonna learn off of these so I can get some from him,
From who?
from Eric.
Oh, I got you. If you can keep Tanganyikans, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get any of those. The zebra obliquidin that Eric keeps.
hmm
I just wouldn't keep them in the same tank together.
No.
Like I mean, don't get me wrong. There's the possibility that yeah, you could keep them in the same tank together and then be okay, but that's kind of a coin flip 50-50 guess on whether they're going to be okay or not together.
hmm
I mean, I guess if you got them young enough and they grew up with the Tanganyikans,
hmm
probably wouldn't be a problem. But once those Tanganyikans get to a certain size and they start getting dominant, especially the Frentosas, the Julies, really all of them, the Daffodils and the Calvus, those dudes are going to get territorial and they're not going to take no crap from nobody.
Mm-mm.
You know, like the Daffodils and the Calvus and Compressiceps, and even if you got one Tret in there, one Tretocephalus, they got like vampire like teeth, dude. They've got massive top, like they look like hypodermic needles on the top and on the bottom,
Mm.
and they'll mess a fish up if they have to. When I was breeding my pearly black Congo calbus with my orange vein compressiceps, like I couldn't stick my hand in the tank without them biting the holy shit out of my hand.
Wow.
And I've got a Cylindricus still now with my only remaining Calvus comp hybrid that I've got, and I stick my hand in their tank, and even it, they still bite the shit out of me.
Mm-mm-mm.
It helped my Cylindricus cichlid, dude. I bought it back in like 2006 or 2007, and it was already full grown when I bought it, and I've still got that dude, and it's 2019. So I've had that dude for quite a while, and he's my grumpy old man fish. Like he don't put up with nothing. I can't believe the dude's still alive, but I mean, most cichlids live for. I mean, I don't know. Like I look at it as Tanganyikans like calbuses and frontosas, and when you start getting the fish like that, you're. I mean, you should look at those fish living for at least 15 to 20 years, if not more.
Okay.
Oh man, it's been a long
I
day.
said was Matt got rid of the Tozas for that reason.
Yeah, Matt got rid of his Frontosa that he had just for the fact that it was going to get bigger than everything else, and he didn't want a fish in his. He didn't want a fish in his tank that was going to dwarf all the rest of the fish. Was why he got rid of his Frontosa. I know that 100%.
Mm.
It was starting to get a little rooty with other fish, and he didn't want a bigger, meaner fish in there with his other smaller, medium sized fish.
So when he sold it to somebody,
I think one of his friends has it. I think he gave it to one of his friends. Like he's got a friend that holds on to fish for him, and he's got some fish right now that Matt's gonna get back from him. The dude's just basically just he's just holding them and keeping them alive and keeping them, well until Matt decides he wants them back when
oh,
he
okay.
has the room for them.
I don't know what I want to do with them before Fantosa get too big for the 75 gallon.
Yeah, you just have to wait and see. I mean, they start like you'll have one that'll get a lot bigger, and then you have another one underneath it. Like if you got males and females, I mean, you're gonna have a
Do
dominant
they
male.
breed?
You're gonna have a dominant male, a subdominant male, and if there's females in there, then females underneath them.
I
So
said,
I
did
mean,
they breed?
they could, yes, but it depends on how well they mesh together with the rest of your fish. If they start wanting to be aggressive towards the rest of your fish, then they might not breed because they're constantly chasing other fish around and being aggressive.
Mm.
I mean, you don't want one of your fish killing another one of your fish. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And that's one thing that comes in the territory with African cichlids is they get territorial, and if you know, I've I've lost nine nine fish that got killed by one fish, and another fish that killed like four or five more. So I mean, I know what it's like to lose fish from aggression because it's happened to me so much. You start seeing them getting aggressive towards each other, whatever one is bigger and being the most aggressive, that that would be a fish that you would maybe want to consider putting in a different tank or getting rid of it, because it's going to do nothing but cost you money otherwise, because it's going to start killing other fish.
oh.
It's just like the fish on the OB peacock I got on my logo. That's not a picture I pulled off the internet anywhere. That that picture that's in my logo on my YouTube logo, that's a fish that I used to have. And the dude just went psychopath and killed 9 fish. And as bad as I wanted to keep him, I couldn't justify keeping him because he was killing everything I was putting in there, putting in with him. And when I'd put him in another tank, he would act, almost act like he was gonna die. So I was kind of left with no choice but to get rid of him. As much as I didn't want to, that's why I had this certain logo made up for me, so I'd at least be able to. Every time I got on YouTube, I'd be able to look at that logo and I'd be able to remember that fish. Yeah, have you even seen any of my fish lately, Big?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I never saw your tank.
Hold up, I'll get my camera turned on here and get turned around and show you my. The only thing I can really show you
All right,
nowadays.
Jay. Have a good night.
Letter J. Right, all the fish in this tank. These are all my breeder males.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that I grew up from a baby. That dude was been born and raised by me. That OB right there.
Oh, let me go here. I gotta put you on. I gotta switch.
That's my deep water hap right there. He's the biggest in that tank right now. There's that guy right there. It's like all blue and orange. He's one of my hybrids. Red. And I got my sulfur head. He's getting real big. Dragon blood's finally starting to put on some size and some color. I got a little. There's my tank boss right there. And little guy back here in the corner, that's a little Stuart Grancy red shoulder peacock that I got.
Okay.
He's just he's still super small compared to the rest of the fish, but he holds his own. He don't let nobody give him any crap.
Oh, there you go. That's my favorite right there.
My dragon blood,
Yeah.
yeah, he's finally just starting to this paint developing in him because the males get like a pink color in between their scales.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally just now starting to get it. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not. But if I take still pictures of him, you can see the pink like crazy. There's there's my OB better picture of the OB. That like I said, that's one of the ones I'm born and raised from Fry to what he is now. The silverhead and the deep water hap again. I've only got 7 cichlids in here right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got other, these are just my males. Like I've got some males in some other tanks. These are the ones that are my main guys. Oh man, I just noticed. I'll have to fix that. One of my current makers suction cup fell off. It's just hanging in the bottom of my tank, kicking sand up everywhere. I gotta fix that real quick. That sand will get kicked up in my filter and cause all kinds of problems. I don't know how, and this damn current maker does this all the time. I don't understand how it's doing it when It's got a suction cup to it. Oh, I dropped it. All right, I'm back. It's got a suction cup to it, just like every other current maker that I've got. But for some reason, this one, and it's a flue wall, but for some reason, it constantly wants to fall off the side of the glass, and I don't know why. It gets real aggravating. Let's see if I can get this dude in a good place where he won't come off. Oh man, I don't like the way that sounded. Oh, fell off immediately. Oh, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh, I hate doing this. I got three current makers in my tank, and this is the only one that does this. The other ones have been in place forever and ain't had a problem. There we go. Now it's fixed. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shit. I dropped you again, dude.
I bet that thing is full of couple pots.
Yeah, it's kind of messy. Like I haven't really cleaned this. I usually take.
Imani went off air.
What's up?
Imani went off air.
Who did?
Imani did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you got that current
Talking
maker in place.
hangout.
Yeah, I might end up having to go to bed here shortly. I gotta work again tomorrow night, and then hopefully, if everything works out the way it's supposed to, I should have Monday and Tuesday off. But it depends on if everything goes the way it's supposed to or not. Which half the time where I work, nothing ever goes to plan. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping I get Monday and Tuesday off because that's usually my weekend.
He's showing his salt tank.
What's that?
Rick Van Vick was showing his salt tank.
Who was?
Rip is.
I miss my saltwater tank, man. I had a really nice reef set up. I had fish in there with it. I had a snowflake eel in there. It was a great setup, but again, people keep asking me why I got rid of it. Then I mean, when somebody comes to your place and says and has $3,000 cash in their hand and say, I'll give you this $3,000 cash for that tank." It's kind of hard to turn that down. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody says. Money talks, and when somebody puts $3,000 cash in front of your face and says, "I'll buy that tank from you," it's kind of hard not to do that.
Somebody came in here. It's telling two people, but they ain't saying nothing.
Got a looker.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and go to sleep.
What's that?
I'm gonna let you go ahead and go to sleep.
Yeah, I need to. Like I said, I got to get up, go to work tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll have the next 2 days off. So you do the stream on Monday or Tuesday, I'll be able to jump in one of them, no problem, because I ain't
All
got to
right.
work. So, all right, so big. Will you take care, bro? And I'll hopefully be able to catch up with you here in the next couple days.
All right then.
All right, take it easy,
All
big.
right. Thank you.
All right, no problem, bro.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.